Honest Woodcutter. A long time ago in a village, there lived an honest woodcutter.
He would go to the forest every day to cut wood and sell it in the market to make a living. He was very hardworking and honest. He was a woodcutter, but his financial condition was not very good. Losing the axe one day, he was cutting a tree in the forest as usual. As soon as he struck a tree with his axe, the axe suddenly slipped from his hand and fell nearby. He fell into the river. The river water was very deep, and the woodcutter knew that he could not retrieve the axe himself. He became very worried and sat by the river bank lamenting. His axe was very old, but that was his only means of livelihood. He began to pray silently that his axe might somehow be recovered. The fairy's examination. Suddenly, a bright light appeared in the river, and a magical fairy emerged from the river. The fairy, he smiled and said, "Woodcutter, why are you worried?" The woodcutter replied respectfully, "My axe fell into the river, and I cannot do my work without it." The fairy smiled and said, "Don't worry, I will help you. I will do it." And saying this, she disappeared into the river. After a few moments, the fairy returned, and in her hand was a gleaming golden axe. She asked the woodcutter, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter, carefully seeing the axe, he then honestly replied, "No, fairy, this is not my axe. My axe was iron and old." The fairy went into the river again, and this time brought a silver axe. "Is this yours? Is this it?" the fairy asked. The woodcutter again bowed his head and said, "No, this is not my axe either." The fairy dived into the river a third time, and this time brought up the woodcutter's real iron axe. The woodcutter was happy, and he said, "Yes, fairy, this is my axe." The reward of honesty. The fairy was very pleased with the woodcutter's honesty. She said, "You are a very honest man, and you should receive a reward for honesty." Saying this, the fairy did not only he returned his original axe, but also gave him gold and silver axes as a reward. The woodcutter was surprised and happily thanked the fairy. He returned to his village with his reward. When the villagers they heard his story, then everyone greatly praised his honesty. Lesson. This story teaches us that honesty always brings the best reward. If we speak the truth and remain honest, then in some way or another we will. Good revenge is surely obtained.